Hey y'all, my name is Bill, and my wife Erin and I just bought a farm. I just retired from the sheriff's office after 26 years, and Erin is a registered nurse coming up on about 30 years, and she hopes to retire in the next few years after we get our farm up and running. I recently started a YouTube channel to document our farming journey, so please subscribe to the channel and follow along as we dive into our new farm life. The movers are on their way right now with all of our stuff, so while Erin takes charge of getting all the house stuff set up, why don't I give you all a walk around of our new place? So here's the main farmhouse. It's a little bit smaller than the house we currently are moving from, but it's still a good size. We've got plenty of room for everything that we need. It's got a nice yard here. Plenty of room on the side yard where, I don't know, maybe a horse pasture, a chicken coop, something like that, maybe in the future. All of our kids are grown, so we probably won't need the swing set, but this might be a good place to build a deck, put a barbecue grill, something like that out here. There's a few of these Meridian flat bottom bins here. They look like they're in pretty good shape, but we'll have to check them out. There used to be a few more buildings on the property here, but a tornado a few years back took some of them out, and they were just never, the owner just never rebuilt any of them. And quite frankly, the property just kind of went downhill from there a little bit anyway. There's this one big building here that's got some equipment in it. The owner sold most of the stuff off at auction, but did leave something. He wanted to have something for the new owners to have to get started with. That's an old John Deere tractor there that looks like it's in pretty good shape. We'll have to get into it and check it out some. It's a little bit of old equipment here. A little bit of a workshop area. We'll probably add some buildings a little bit later on as we get into the business a little bit further. You see that house way out there in the distance? We're not going to walk all the way out there, but that little house is included in the property that we bought. It's currently rented by a young couple with a couple of small children there. I believe the lady is a school teacher, and apparently the young man, he works over at the John Deere dealer, which is kind of just up the street here along the highway. Now, this field here is a field that we own. First of all, the property we bought is about 35 acres total. This field here is about 14 acres. It was leased to a neighboring farmer by the former owner of the farm here, and they've recently just cut it for hay. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with that field. And back here used to be another building that I said earlier was taken out by a tornado some years back that they never rebuilt. But there's a big meadow area back here that might be suitable for a cow pasture or something like that a little bit later down the line. We head back over to the house now for a minute. I bought a drone a while back, and I did record a little bit of aerial footage from around the farm just to give you a feel for what the farm looked like. So let me go take a look at some of that, and we'll upload some of that to this video. So here's some of the drone video footage that I recorded a couple of days ago. You can see a little bit better view of this field here. Like I said, the entire property is about 35 acres. This field here up in the front along the highway is about 14 acres. Like I said, it currently had a hay field that was just harvested. There's that rental house way back in the back portion of the video there. And our property line runs just behind that house back there, along that little bit of tree line. You can see that field in the distance does not belong to our property. And this area here, like I said, might be suitable for a cow pasture at some point in time, maybe raise a few beef cattle, something like that. I'm not sure if I want to get into any kind of dairy farming because that would take a lot of infrastructure that I'm not sure I want to really spend that kind of money on right now. That group of trees you see straight ahead there, that's kind of the back corner. To the right, there's the back corner of our property. And there is another field back along through here that we don't currently own, but we do have a 10-year lease on that property. It was a field full of corn. It was just harvested recently also. And we have a 10-year lease on this with an option to purchase it. So we're going to work this field. We'll figure out what to plant here, how much of this field we actually want to use, and then we'll see how it works over the next few years. Now back over here towards the back of the house and alongside these bends over here where that road curves all the way around and runs back out to the main road out there by that little bit of a bridge. That's the upper front corner of our property there. But again, I think this area back behind the house, maybe a workshop, maybe a horse pasture, little chicken coop or something like that, maybe just a few little things to bring in a little bit of extra income. I like riding horses. Erin's really into horses too, so that'll probably be something that'll come in the very near future. And then any other buildings that we feel that we need to help support the size of the farm that we end up working here. Well, it's late in the day and the movers have finally got everything done. Erin's got the house fairly well organized. Still a lot of work to be done, though. I have a friend of mine named Greg that I went to high school with. He's a third-generation farmer, and he's got quite a nice little operation not too far from here. I spent a lot of time with him over the last few years and learned a thing or two about farming. He and I are probably going to get together here shortly and check out the auction for some equipment, get his opinion on what equipment I might need to get started and everything. He's also going to introduce me to some of the vendors in the area and some of the other farmers. He says all the farmers in the area here kind of look out for each other and help out when they need some help. So that'll come in handy. So that's kind of where we are for the moment. There's a lot more to do and a lot more to come. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and follow along as we start out in our new farm life adventure. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.